Hey guys, okay, so now we're gonna come to round three in the Stanley Cup playoffs. So you know what that means? Now I'm gonna do a Anaheim versus Nashville preview prediction video, same as usual. So let's get into it. Actually, first, let me just talk about how the Oilers lost Game 7. I was so depressed, well, not so depressed, because I couldn't watch the game. Like, I had to go to bed when it was tied 1-1 after the second period. And I got up, and then it was 2-1 Anaheim, and I was like, a piece of me broke, because, like, I was like, no. Because, like, I know Ottawa's going to get out. Like, I'm going to do Ottawa versus Pittsburgh, like, right after this video. But, like, I really wish both Canadian teams, because then it could have been Ottawa versus Edmonton. I doubt it, but it's possible. So, season series for Anaheim's 2-1-0. For Nashville, it's 1-1-1. The last playoff meeting was the 2016 Western Conference Final Round, where the Predators won the series in 7, 4-3. All-time playoff series, the Preds lead 2-0. Honestly, Anaheim versus, like, knowing how good Nashville is now, I would say Nashville. But, like, I know that Anaheim's obviously good too. Like, you know what I mean? It's, like, hard to say sometimes because, like people say you can't, like, predict the playoffs in the NHL. Like, you just can't. Like, you never expected Ottawa to be playing Pittsburgh in the third round now. You thought they would be out in the second, or, like, the first, or at least the second. But here they are in the third, which, of course, I'm happy about. But it's just not really, didn't expect it. So how they got here. The Anaheim Ducks won a Game 7 for the first time in 6 tries. I was hoping they could continue their losing streak just so Edmonton could advance, but no. For the first time in 6 tries, defeating the Edmonton Oilers 2-1 on Wednesday in the Western Conference second round to advance to the Western Conference Final for the second time in 3 seasons. That's pretty impressive, to be honest. The Ducks lost. The Ducks lost to the Chicago Blackhawks in the 2015 Conference Final after having a 3-2 series lead. Oh, that would suck. When you have a 3-2 series lead, I always like to finish it in Game 6. Like, don't let it get to a Game 7. Just, like, finish it in freaking 6. Unless it's, of course, my team being down 3-2, then, yeah, I'd win in 7, but yeah. Anaheim also lost Game 7 at home to Nashville in the 2016 Stanley Cup playoffs. So, to be honest, Anaheim has not been good in Game 7s at home. But they finally broke that streak with a 2-1 win, only by 1 goal. It's not like they totally killed it. Edmonton is just unable to tie it. Gibson was too good. If Gibson wasn't in that, then probably the Oilers would have won, but no. Gibson had to be good today. Or yesterday, or whatever the whole day it was. So, this postseason, the Ducks have been led by center Ryan Getzlaf, third in playoff scoring with 15 points, 8 goals, 7 assists, behind Pittsburgh Penguins center Evgeny Malkin, 18 points, and Edmonton Oilers center Leon Draisaitl, 16 points. The Predators are in the Western Conference Final for the first time. Really? I actually thought they made the playoff, like made it that far before. So the Predators are in the WCF for the first time. They eliminated the St. Louis Blues in 6 games in the second round after a 4-game sweep of the Chicago Blackhawks. The 4-game sweep of Chicago, I'm still kind of like, what? Like, I'm still kind of like so amazed and shocked about that. Like, what? Oh, yeah. Well, I mean, it's good to get good teams out early because then you have a better chance, right? So they got rid of Chicago fairly quick. Not all what I expected. I expected the Hawks in 6, but so Nashville, the second wild card from the Western Conference, is the 4th bottom seed to make a conference final since 2006. The Los Angeles Kings, who won the Stanley Cup in 2012, the Oilers lost to the Carolina Hurricanes in Game 7 of the 2006 Stanley Cup Final. And, oh, that would suck. Losing a Game 7 in the Stanley Cup Finals would suck so much, especially if it goes to overtime. It's like you go into the overtime, it's like 1 goal, Stanley Cup is ours. And then when you get and then when you finally got oh my god, when you finally got scored on, then it's like, fuck. That's some bullshit. And the Montreal Canadiens lost to the Philadelphia Flyers in the 2010 Eastern Conference Final. I'm still shocked that Montreal got out against New York in the first round. Like, what the hell? Predators goalie Pekka Rinne has a 9.951 save percentage, allowing 14 goals on 288 shots in 10 games. That's pretty impressive because 14 goals, 288 shots, for me that's pretty damn good. Defenseman Ryan Ellis, 4 goals, 5 assists, and center Ryan Johansson, 2 goals, 7 assists, are tied for the Predators' lead with 9 points. So the best of 7 series will begin at Honda Center on Friday, which is today at 9 p.m. Honestly, I don't know who I'm going for in this series. Like, yes, I'm excited, I'm pumped. I just don't know who. Like, yes, I'm mad at Anaheim for taking Edmonton out, but like, you have to move on. I remember I was temporarily a Ducks fan like a few years ago. I don't know why, because it was Anaheim versus Winnipeg, and then I was so mad that Anaheim had a 3-0 lead somehow. I'm like, fuck it, I'm a Ducks fan now. I don't know if that was just me being stupid, but I actually did kind of like. I always been a kind of a fan of the Ducks, but when they take a Canadian team out, no. So it starts today at 9 p.m. Of course, I'll be watching. I think that's the only game, yeah, because the only thing I hate as the league you go on is that there's no games. Like, yesterday there was no games, which is understandable, whatever. But there's a game tomorrow, one game, and then so this way it's good because there's at least one game every day. There's at least one game every day. The problem with the Stanley Cup Finals is there's only 2 teams left. There's only like one series going on, and then you have to wait like either one day and then gosh, I'm so nervous. Like, I'm on the NHL right now and I see Pittsburgh versus Senators and then like 2 rounds to go, or 2 rounds down, 2 to go. Oh my gosh, it makes me so nervous. I'll talk about that in the Sens video. So there's 5 storylines to this series. Goalie showdown, of course. Rinne and John Gibson of the Ducks each will have a big say in the series. But they enter the Western Conference Final with far different backstories. Rinne, 34, is the veteran in his 9th season as the Predators' #1 goaltender and has 58 games of playoff experience. Gibson, 23, is in his 4th NHL season and has 17 games of playoff experience. Rinne began the postseason with back-to-back shutouts and has been consistently strong through the first 2 rounds. Gibson has been up and down. He made 23 saves in the series-clinching victory against the Oilers, but was pulled from one game in each of the first 2 rounds. His .908 save percentage is the lowest among the 4 remaining goalies. So it definitely will come down to the goalies, because John Gibson, I watched the highlights to the Oilers game when they took a 2-1 lead, like the Ducks. They ended up winning 2-1. But I saw, like, Edmonton had such a good chance, like, I don't even know how that didn't go in. It should have been 2-2, like, a minute later. Like, oh my god. If I was watching that, and I'd be like, oh, because, like, oh my god, I just hate. Moving on. So the goalies will definitely be a factor in this series. Match game. The Ducks will want to get checking center Ryan Kessler against the Predators' top line of Johansson, right wing Victor Arvidsson, and left wing Philip Forsberg. The Predators most likely will want to get their shutout defense pair of PK Subban and Matthias Ekholm against Getzlaf, who has been driving the Ducks' offense. Honestly, I don't know what to say about this, but the Ducks will want to get like good players. If they have any from injury, then they'll want to get them back, because Nashville's pretty damn good, and I mean, they've been pretty impressive this season so far. It's not over yet. Honestly, I do think Nashville can make the Stanley Cup Finals. I do think they can, but they have some work to do. Like, the Oilers almost did it. I know the Predators can do it. That's why this prediction is going to be so hard. I'm going to say one of the teams in 7. Like, I don't know what else to say. Like, someone in 7. That's always what I say. That's not really a prediction, but at least I'm kind of predicting it. It's going to go to 7 games. The third storyline. Downtime. The Predators are the more rested team, having closed their second round series Sunday. The Ducks will have less than 48 hours between the end of their series against Edmonton and Game 1. That is not good news for 2 important Ducks who have been injured. So here we go. Veteran defenseman Kevin Bieksa, lower body, was close to returning in Game 7 against the Oilers. For forward Patrick Eves' lower body has missed the past 4 games, and there is no date for his return. That sucks. Defensemen Cam Fowler and Sami Vatanen missed time during the first 2 rounds because of injury. Honestly, injuries kill. Like, I know there's a bunch of injuries for the Pittsburgh Ottawa series. I'm just mentioning that now. Yeah. But I will mention it in the video that I'm going to link to like right after this video. So injuries suck, especially during the playoffs, because like you just want to get off your ass and play. But, like, you just can't help, obviously, when you're injured, right? So it sucks. It just really sucks. The fourth, the defensive depth. Each team, when healthy, has an envious set of top 4 defensemen. Very true. The Predators have Subban, Ekholm, Ellis, and Roman Josi, who have combined for 27 points, 9 goals, 18 assists, and a plus minus 20 rating in 10 playoff games. The Ducks counter with Fowler, Vatanen, Hampus Lindholm, and Shea Theodore, who have 16 points, 3 goals, 13 assists, and a plus minus 7 rating. Honestly, I don't understand what plus minus 7 rating or plus minus is. It doesn't make any sense to me. Now, the fifth and last storyline of the series. Isn't that special? Nashville has been shorthanded 24 times in 10 games. That's bad, but has allowed 3 power play goals. That's pretty crazy. Anaheim has been shorthanded 42 times in 11 games, second most in the league, and has allowed 13 goals, 6th more than any other team in the playoffs. On the power play, the Predators are 5 for 25, 20%. The Ducks are 5 for 35, 13.9%, the third lowest in the postseason. Honestly, I don't think the power play, I think the power play is good for some teams. Like, for the Leafs, I remember the power play was pretty productive. The Sens, I don't know, the Sens aren't doing too well on the power play. But they're okay. I'll say they're okay on the power play. So the power play and special teams, like being shorthanded, is definitely going to be like a key factor, especially with the good goalies. Like, I don't think many power play goals or goals in general are going to go in, but yeah. So now we're going to move into the by the numbers. 7 games, so like 7 games when Anaheim has scored first this postseason. It has won 6 of those. Anaheim has scored first 5 times in 11 games with 4 wins. So scoring first usually seems to be the big, like, not killer, but like it definitely increases your chances of winning the game if you score first, because when you score first, then you get more momentum, and then if you can like get a second goal, then it just makes you build to your lead, and then as long as you can have a good defense, then you know. So that's pretty impressive. Scoring the first goal will definitely be a key thing in this series. I'll just say that for now. My neck is so damn long. I hate, like, 55.9. That's the first. Sorry, that was 55.9. That's the percent of face-offs won by the Ducks in the first 2 rounds. Not bad. The second highest success rate in the playoffs behind the Minnesota Wild, 57.4% in 5 games. Anaheim will be tested by Nashville, which has won 52.7% of its face-offs. Honestly, this is going to be a good series. I would have loved to see Edmonton and Nashville as well, but obviously you can't see both. So at least we'll be able to see Anaheim, not Nashville. Let's see who can win this series. Like, Nashville, I was never a fan of Nashville, but I mean, may the best team win. I would rather probably the Ducks win, but whatever. So 58. That's the number of hits by Predators forward Austin Watson in 10 games. Second most in the league to Washington Capitals forward Alex Ovechkin, 61. That's not bad. That's actually pretty good. Defenseman Josh Manson leads the Ducks with 38 hits. So that's pretty crazy. The hits is obviously pretty impressive. So in the spotlight, sorry, I'm like fiddling with a pen. So in the spotlight for the Ducks, Nick Ritchie, forward. Ritchie, 6'2", 232 pounds, scored the game-winning goal in Game 7 against the Oilers. I hate him right now. He scored it playing on the first line and moved there during the game to give that line more size and grit. He could remain there against the Predators. He has 2 goals in 9 playoff games. Honestly, it's pretty amazing for the team when someone you don't expect to score scores like a really important series winning goal. Like it's crazy, especially for the players. He must be like, yes, like you know what I mean. Now for the Predators, Mike Fisher, center. Fisher, the Predators captain, does not have a point in 10 games, but has been invaluable to Nashville. He leads the Predators at 154 per game on the penalty kill. That's basically the majority, and takes important face-offs and wins the majority of them, 99 for 179, 55.3%. Not bad. And wins. Okay, sorry. Yeah, so wins the majority, 99 for 179, 55.3%. His 27 hits are second on the Predators, and his 13 blocked shots are the most among Nashville forwards. Honestly, I don't get how people block shots. If that was me, I'd be like, okay, just go in. I don't want to get hurt. Like, that would honestly kill. Like, in your ankle, oh my god, that would kill. I don't, like, you must have so many bruises if you're a freaking hockey player. Shake my head. Keys to victory for the Ducks. Protect Gibson. This is honestly, I agree with this. The Ducks have allowed 31.7 shots per game this postseason. That's bad. They would like to see that come down significantly. Gibson has struggled at times during the first 2 rounds when facing a high volume of shots. Honestly, I think any team sucks, or like any goalie is eventually like, of course you're going to start allowing goals if you get so many shots on you. Like that's what always happens. You could always stop the first like 20 or 25, but then they start going in. Like they just start going in because that's, like they just start going in. So I definitely agree with that. You gotta protect your goaltender for every team, not only for the Ducks. Like every team has to protect a goaltender. So now for the Predators, get the lead. The Predators have shown an ability to hold the lead once they have it, and would love to see the Ducks have to chase the game, similar to their approach in the first 2 rounds against the Blackhawks and Blues. Honestly, scoring the first goal and then getting the lead is like really, it boosts up your confidence because it's like, okay, we have a lead, let's not blow it. You know what I mean? So like once the Predators get the lead, they have shown an ability to basically keep that lead. Honestly, scoring the first goal and keeping leads is honestly like what every team has problems with. Like keeping the lead is what everyone has problems with. Like that's basically it. That's the thing. You have to like, once you have a lead, you can't blow it. Like you just can't blow it. So I'm going to say the Ducks in 7, but not at the same time. I think the Predators in 7. So I'm just going to say one of the teams will win in 7. That's going to be my final prediction. I hope you guys like this video. Right after this video, or a few minutes later, I'm just going to take a breath because I've been talking a lot. The next video is going to be the Ottawa Senators versus the Pittsburgh Penguins in the 3rd round of the Eastern Conference Finals. So I'll see you in that video. Bye, guys. I hope you liked it. Like, comment, subscribe, blah, blah, whatever, you know the usual. Bye.